Hello everybody, it's the Worm. I'm back for some more Virtue's Last Reward, VLR. Last time we wrecked the rec room pretty dang well. Got through it all in one sitting. That's alright. And we finished up here. So, just to get back into where we were in the story, I had finished up this area, I believe. At least I think so. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much finished up everything we can do over here for now. And I went back over here and decided to go for this room down here, basically joining up with Kay, mostly because I didn't want to betray Luna. So we are here now, and we're going to see where this route takes us next. Kay was kind of an interesting fellow. He was a bit, while we were in the rec room, he was a bit more, how do I explain it? Well, a bit more energetic than I was imagining. Almost whimsical, you know? He got on the little, what are they called? The little ride thing, and just seemed to be like excited about all these little discoveries. So I'm not sure what I was expecting with Kay really, but I'm not sure it was that. In any case, let's see where this goes now. What is this place? A warehouse.
Hey, look over there.
Those doors are white.
Shall we have a look then?
Are these chromatic doors too?
They're all the same, though.
Well, this one's locked.
This one won't open either.
No luck here.
It looks like they have the same locking mechanism as the other chromatic doors.
So, these will be the next doors to open. We should go let the others know.
Right.
Alice and I turned to go, but Kay stayed put. Is something wrong?
No. I just feel as if I've seen this warehouse before.
Wait, you've been here before?
I don't know. Perhaps I haven't been here. Only somewhere very similar.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the warehouse directly above. Actually, here's a question. We start in warehouse A and go to warehouse B, right? Are we going up or down when we go into the elevator? Has that been addressed? I'm not sure it has. For some reason, I've been assuming we go down A, B, but that doesn't necessarily have to be the case. We could start on A and go up, I suppose. I'm not sure that matters, really, but, But he's saying he knows this place. Well, it's weird that he's saying this here. I mean, the other warehouse is almost exactly the same, right? Why didn't he get this... Why didn't he get this feeling of seeing something similar up there? Why not here? Or why not there? Why here?
You mean the Floor A warehouse?
Yeah.
Perhaps.
He doesn't sound sure.
An ambidex gate has been opened. 45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
Once again. What the hell?
Someone else must have opened one of the AB gates.
Before we got back?
I imagine they don't care what happens to the rest of us. That would be the most logical explanation. In any event, we should return quickly.
Yeah. Let's get going, guys. Oh, there was an up arrow, right? Was that an up arrow? Show me the elevator again. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, okay. That might be where my impression came from then. So, I mean, that's if you trust the arrows, but I don't see any reason not to. So, yeah, I think it's floor A and then B is below it. Yeah, okay.
Sigma?
I mean, they could potentially that could be there to fool us, but I don't see any reason to go that far. Hello, Phi. Hello, Clover. Where's Tenmyoji's team? Are they not back yet?
Nope. We were the first.
Then wait a little longer before you open the AB gate.
It wasn't us. I tried to stop him, but...
Come on, it's not like when we open the door really affects the matches, right?
Yep,
it's cool.
It's Dio every single time.
No, it's not cool.
Your team returned quite early, Dio. Did your investigation go smoothly?
I guess.
Which rooms did you guys go to?
The treatment center.
The treatment center? How is that different from the infirmary?
There were these pod things. Look, just go see for yourself, all right? I don't feel like explaining it.
What?
You took something from the treatment center, didn't you?
Huh? What are you talking about?
You did. I saw it too. After we opened the safe, you grabbed something out of it and put it in your pocket. Show us what you took.
Get away from me!
Clover shoved her hand into Dio's pockets and began to dig around.
It should be in this one.
Let go!
Before Dio could push her away, Clover found what she was looking for.
I knew it!
An injection gun? The label on the vial says Neo Stigmine? What's this stuff for?
I don't know, but I feel like I've heard that name before somewhere.
Give it back. I found it, so it's mine.
Hey!
With a desperate lunge, Dio managed to grab the gun back from Clover. Before she had a chance to protest, okay, so yeah, my opinion of Dio has kind of gone down a lot. Remember from that, it's been quite a few episodes now, but the one episode where it was Quark and Dio, and they were voting, and they betrayed Tenmyoji. It must have been the first round of voting, and Quark, you know, obviously proclaimed his innocence and said Dio forced him. Well, didn't force him, but Dio overwhelmed him and picked betray. But Dio claimed that it was actually Quark's plan all along, and that he was being deceptive. But more and more I see of Dio, the less I think of him. So now I have to wonder, you know, was Dio telling the truth about Quark? That situation was still a bit... I still don't want to dismiss Dio, what he said completely back then, because we had those weird... I guess they weren't flashbacks, but the game made a point to show Quark making the plan, you know? So... But yeah, I don't know. Hey, guys.
Have any of you seen Quark?
Well, crap.
Anyone, please!
Quark. Did something happen to him?
We found a pantry on the other side of the red door, but
Now here's a question. If I Google neostigmine, is that a spoiler? One thing it's always something where you got to be careful, because if it could be just a real thing and Googling it would be fine normally, but if it's a made up thing, then it would instantly give you information on the game. Or if it could be a real thing, but also just be obscure and be prominent in the game. And so it could be real, but you also see references to the game, you know? So, yeah, I don't know if that's a kind of drug or something, and something people would recognize, but I don't recognize that.
after we left, he just disappeared.
We've looked everywhere, but we can't find him.
You think he's lost? Okay, so this is the second time he's just disappeared. The other times he's obviously the first to get the Radical 6 virus. So presumably he gets that here. But that doesn't explain his disappearance. I mean, for Alice, she ran, so it's not odd to think he ran away too. But it's interesting that we never find him again, even though we do find Alice when she runs.
Don't you think you're being a little optimistic there?
What?
Come on, that little jerk's probably dead by now. We've already found one corpse, right?
What the hell is wrong with you?
Oh yeah, on this timeline, this is the time when we found the old woman. Very curious if we find her in this line here, because that might be a clue as to whether that's what's intended or something going wrong.
How could you? Why would you say such a horrible thing?
Whoa, simmer down there. Just saying it's a possibility.
Well, even if it is, we should all be looking for him.
Yes!
As we began to file out, I saw Alice staring intently into the corner of the warehouse. It seemed strange, but looking for Quark was my priority. Is she doing the... we know that this is the route, because this is the route with a woman dying. We know one of the boxes, the Ambidex rooms, gets moved by a crane, and Alice finds the bloodied cloth there. So is that the same thing happening again? I turned and headed toward the magenta door. Quark, are you in here? Guess not. Damn. Let's try floor B then. Tenmyoji's team took the red door. They've probably already searched that area pretty thoroughly then. Maybe I'll try the blue door. Quark, where are you? He's not here either. Where the hell did he go?
Ah, Sigma. Any luck?
Nothing. I can't find him anywhere.
I see.
What about you? Never mind. If you'd found him, you'd already have said something.
Indeed. I went to the treatment center, as well as the Floor B warehouse, but he was not there.
Oh well. Let's head back to the Floor A warehouse.
Good idea. Perhaps the others have had more luck.
Will, did you find him?
Sorry. We couldn't find him anywhere.
I see.
Are the three of you the only others to have returned?
Yeah, we're it.
I'm guessing you guys didn't have any luck either.
Yeah, no clues or anything.
I don't get it. With this many people looking, it seems like we'd be able to find him pretty fast.
Quark is only a child.
So he disappeared while they were searching the room, right? Do we have... No. We should have... Okay. So they were in the treatment room, which... I want to say is here. They were in the treatment room. It's either here or here, I think. Now, let's think about this a bit. You can only... you have to go through these doors from behind. You can't go that way. Because it's the fact that we never find him or his body that's kind of... It's troubling me a bit. It makes me think someone has maybe hidden him away, or something else is going on, you know? Because here's the thing, he couldn't have... when we scan, when we get to this point here, right? We each go on our own way, and then we have to all be in the same room to pull the lever, right? And then one of the three doors opens. It's these places here, right? With the square? Is that what that's referring to? Yeah, so we enter here, and then we usually have three directions to go in. And we have to pull the lever, and then only one of the three directions opens up. Those places, right? Now... After we go through here, the doors close behind us, right? So it's not like... Here's what I'm wondering. Did Quark leave the room, go back? He wouldn't... Here's my question. He wouldn't have been able to go... Let's say, for example, he was... I can't remember what group he was. Let's say he was green. Because I think this is the treatment center. Let's say he was green. He wouldn't be able to go through blue or red, right? Don't they close after you go through? So then the idea is, I guess he would go back up to warehouse, up to floor A, right? At least that's my thought, because... Hang on, let me see the log real quick. So they don't specify whether or not they finished exploring, right? So you know, you have to do the puzzle, get the key, open the door. No, after we left, here, okay. So they did do the puzzle, they did open the door, then he disappeared. So presumably... again, let's just say for sake of argument, this is a treatment center. Presumably, they left. He somehow disappeared, so he could have either gone back this way, or he could have gone forward to the warehouse, and then just gone back, you know, any number of ways, I suppose. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure where it could be. Yeah, okay. The fact that it's after they left, he disappeared. Now I'm. What's this little circle here? It's the only circle on the map. Is there a circle on floor A? No, there's no squares on floor A either. Okay.
It's possible he's become trapped in a small enclosed space.
Well, wouldn't we be able to hear him calling for help?
Yeah, you're right.
Quark.
Tenmyoji's shoulders slumped. He looked old, much older than he had when we last met. I could see tears glistening at the corners of his eyes. For just a moment, I saw in them all of his pain, fear, and despair, and it felt like someone had put my heart in a vice. Then Dio appeared, and the mood suddenly changed.
Hey, you guys, come here. What are you standing around for?
Dio?
They're in the crew quarters.
What?
Just come on.
Okay, this might be different. Who's they? Okay. All right.
No.
How?
Your heart stops. Your bracelet comes off.
Was she one pair or the five? Okay. There was a roaring in my ears. Breathing? Heartbeat? But my footsteps sounded muffled, as if I was hearing them through layers of cotton. I pressed a shaking hand to Alice's neck. Oh, it's the knife this time. Her skin was still warm, but the only pulse I felt was in my own. Or was my own. Looking down, it was clear why. Something had been driven into her chest so far that only the hilt was visible, and the entire front of her body was covered in blood. No one could survive something like that. I forced myself to swallow the stinging lump in my throat, and turned toward Luna. Unlike Alice, at first glance she seemed unharmed. As I reached for her neck to check for a pulse, however, I saw a red mark near her jawline. Okay, so in this one, did we? There was a whole sequence of events in this timeline here. There was a whole sequence of events where Alice, you know, we were talking about how Alice figured something out. Then she died. Then Clover supposedly figured something out, and then Clover confronted Luna because, you know, we went through that whole ordeal of... Yeah, it was only when we went through security... So this seems to have happened a lot more quickly than last time, right? Nearby on the floor sat an injection gun. Hey Dio, is this the one you had? I already knew what I would find, but pressed my fingers to her neck and waited. Nothing. They're dead.
My God.
What on earth happened here?
That bastard killed them!
Who?
Whoever it was that killed the old lady in the AB room.
You're saying that this mystery person killed Luna and Alice?
Maybe only one of them was supposed to be killed, but the murderer had to kill the other to keep them quiet.
Or perhaps they killed one another. Luna stabbed Alice in the chest, after which Alice attacked her with the injection gun.
Alice would have to be quite something to do that.
That's pretty far-fetched.
Yeah.
Look at Alice's clothes. No sign of a struggle.
They're not much clothes to look at here.
I don't think they fought.
Then were they killed somewhere else and then brought here?
No. If that were the case, there would be much less blood.
I guess that's true.
Whatever the case, we have too few clues to figure it out right now.
I mean, considering it's exactly the same as all the other times we found her here, presumably, I mean, can we take it for granted that the similar events across the timelines are, well, as I just said, similar events? Did she get Radical 6 and then kill herself right here? And, I mean, there was the one time we saved her over here, I think, but can we just assume that's what happened again?
We'd all separated to look for Quark. Any one of us could have done it.
You mean the killer is one of us?
Do you think there's someone else in here?
Well, we have the example. I feel like this is a bit of a weird thing to say. We have the example of the old lady. Who knows where other people could be coming from or hiding?
Do you think that Zero Sr. killed these two, as well as the old woman?
Where'd the old woman come from? If like that's obviously not one of us. Are we just saying she was here before we were, or did she enter it? Like, what are we saying here?
Oh, give me a break! How can you just sit around here talking?
No point in making a fuss.
Are you fucking kidding me? One of us is a killer. I can't think of a better reason to make a fuss.
You do realize you're the most likely suspect, don't you?
Excuse me?
You wait until the rest of us have gathered in the warehouse. Then you kill Alice and Luna. You pretended to be the first to find them, and...
Are you saying I did this?
I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't need to get so worked up about it.
10 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
On the contrary, I'm no expert, and I'm not read on the subject at all. So this is just what I've heard as an amateur, okay? But I've heard, like, say you're taken in for police for questioning for a crime or something. I've heard that innocent people, if police suddenly say, okay, we think you're the criminal, tell us about the crime or whatever. I've heard that in general, if you're innocent, actually innocent, that the normal reaction to that is to get upset or angry, while an actual criminal will attempt to make excuses or to try and make an excuse or come up with something, you know? So I've heard that, you know, actually innocent people will in fact get upset when accused of a crime or get angry. Now, again, that's just what I've heard. I don't know if that's actually the truth. So, that's not to say Dio's innocent. I'm just saying I've heard this. I don't know. Maybe if you guys have heard anything about that, you could let me know. But yeah, but I'm no expert in body language or psychology. It's just, I feel like I've heard that before.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
So if you don't vote, your choice is set to ally? I guess that means Luna's vote will be ally for this round.
Yes, it does. Perhaps that outcome is what the killer was after.
They killed Alice and Luna for that? Who would Luna's opponent be?
Quark and myself.
One person is missing and the others bought the farm. I'd say this old fart's the most suspicious one here.
You want to say that to my face?
Yeah, you killed her so you could get a few more points in the AB game.
Are you an idiot? How do you explain Alice? She's playing against Kay, not me!
Not quite. Even without his partner Alice, Sigma will still be able to cast a vote as he wishes.
Then maybe that's why Luna died. Maybe they meant to kill Sigma, but something went wrong and they...
They?
True. I suppose that is a possibility. But we are engaging in pure speculation here. There is little to no evidence to support any of this.
Well, we should probably head back to the warehouse.
We should take their bracelets with us then.
Huh? Do they really matter anymore?
Without their bracelets, some of us would be unable to open the secondary chromatic doors.
You're pretty calm, pal. Too calm. You did it, didn't you?
A sterling deduction. I await your further insight.
Dio's just tossing out accusations left and right.
He wears a mask, therefore he is guilty, perhaps?
What did you just say? Are you fucking with me?
Knock it off. Is there really any point to arguing about this?
Agreed. We aren't getting any younger here.
I apologize. We should return to the warehouse.
Alice.
Come on, Clover, we gotta go.
No! I'm not going anywhere. I can't just leave her here.
Clover?
If you don't vote, Dio might get out.
Huh?
He's got 6 BP right now. If you don't vote, you will automatically ally, and I bet my left arm he'll pick Betray. That'd be 3 points, which will put him at 9. Once he's got that, there's nothing stopping him from opening the number 9 door. I'll try and pick Ally, of course, but Dio's not an idiot. He'll try and stop me or get in my way somehow.
Dio will have 9 points?
What are you gonna do, Clover? If you stay here, you might be letting Alice's killer get away.
Fine, I'll do it. There's no way I'm going to let him get 9 points.
Good. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Five minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
I took a deep breath and unlocked the AB room. No matter how hard I looked for answers, all I found were more questions. Who had killed Alice and Luna? Where was Quark? Okay, so Alice probably killed herself. Luna, I don't know. I mean, are there 2 injection guns? There was one in the infirmary, right? Because that was how they got Soparil in there to knock out Quark and Alice in the other timelines. So... But I mean, we know that... we know that Dio has an injection gun on him. If it isn't the one on the floor there. I just don't know what neostigmine is, or does. And I don't know where Quark is. Presumably dead somewhere. I wasn't in any kind of mood to play along with Zero's ridiculous games, but at this point I didn't really have a choice. I heaved a silent sigh and started toward the entrance of my AB room.
Sigma, what would you say to voting Ally? I would reciprocate, of course. You have 5 BP. If we both ally, then you will gain 2 points, leaving you with 7 in total. Should you also cooperate mutually in the following round, you would gain another 2 points, bringing you to 9. Conversely, if you were to choose to betray me during this round, you would gain 3 points, for a total of 8. In other words, you will be unable to reach 9 BP until the round following this one.
Yeah, regardless of what we pick.
That being the case, choosing Ally is the most logical choice.
True, but how many points do you have?
Me?
As I recall, you and Clover chose Betray in the first AB game. That means you should have 6 BP right now. If you betray me and get another 3, you could get all the way to 9 this round.
Ah, yes, that is true. However, escaping as soon as possible is not my goal.
But you picked Betray in the first round, didn't you?
That was in the interest of my own safety, as I only had 3 points at the time. The prospect of losing 2 of them was very unsettling.
Wow. You know, because that's always been an unanswered question. Why did Clover and Kay betray Alice, right? So, I guess it was his reasoning that they did it?
Now that I have 6 BP, I have some room for error.
Why wouldn't you want to get out of here as soon as you possibly could?
Of course I would like to, but attempting to do so would be unwise.
Why is that?
Isn't it obvious? If I escape on my own, everyone else will be trapped here forever.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Have you forgotten what Zero told us?
The number 9 door only opens once! Once that happens, it's all over! It'll close for good after 9 seconds, so if you're not careful, you could get stuck.
I trust you remember now?
So, if someone opens it and escapes...
Precisely. Did you not realize? Perhaps I shouldn't have said anything.
Hey, don't tell me you're planning to just leave us all in the lurch and take off by yourself.
I would never do that. Consider the following. If I did manage to get to 9 points before anyone else, do you think the rest of our companions would allow me to leave? Especially knowing that if they did, they would remain here for the rest of their lives?
Yeah, but would they be able to stop you? You're kind of an imposing guy in armor. Well, no, of course. We'd stop you.
You see, working toward leaving as a group is the most logical choice for me.
1 minute remains until Ambidex game polling closes.
Our time is nearly up. I trust you will choose wisely.
Yeah, of course. You too. Okay. I think you all know where I'm going with this.
30 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Kay had made a compelling argument, but I still had to make my choice. Would he really choose to ally? If I chose ally and he chose betray, he'd have 9 points and I'd have 2. Still, even if he did have 9 points, he might not try and escape right away. The question was, how much could I trust him? How much trust could I give a man whose face I'd never seen?
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Always leave it to the last second, huh?
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed.
You know what? I think I'm going to call it there. I think I'll leave it on a bit of a cliffhanger for myself. The funny thing that I have to remind myself is that this is it's not a new game, and so probably quite a few people have finished it, and so they probably know what's going to happen before I do. So really, it's a cliffhanger for myself. But yeah, so this has been another episode. It's going fairly smoothly, I guess. I had quite a bit of speculation this episode. A lot of questions I want answers to. In any case, I'm fairly confident Kay's going to pick ally. He as we've seen him sort of at these voting Ambidex games, like when he's had to vote with Phi or against Phi, She always uses reason to convince him of what to vote. Or, like, the one time I think when she incapacitated Dio, not incapacitated him, but basically prevented him from voting, basically made it so when it was obvious what was going to happen, he picked the most logical choice. So he doesn't like uncertainty, and he doesn't and it is interesting. We heard that apparently it was his reasoning that led Clover and him to betray Alice in the first round. That's very interesting to know. Yeah, because that was something I had been curious about. Okay, in any case, I've been the Worm. This has been VLR once again. It is... no, I'll talk about this next time, maybe. Hope you're all doing well. See you next time.